Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Susker Dragon, and welcome to another episode of Why Is It Banned? This episode we're going to talk about a very interesting card, which is Exchange of the Spirit. It hasn't seen much play before it was banned, but the reason why it was banned I will tell you in a minute. The effect of this card is, you can only activate this card by paying 1,000 life points when there are 15 or more cards in your graveyard. Both players swap the cards in their graveyard with the cards in their deck. Then shuffle the cards in each new deck and put it on the deck zone. So basically what this means is the fact of the opponent would make sure it had a lot of cards in the graveyard and then activate Exchange of the Spirit. So basically that means that your deck turns into your graveyard and your graveyard turns into your deck. So if you completely have, let's say, 5 cards in your graveyard, that gets to become your deck. This card royally peed me off when it was used against me, and it really screws you over because a lot of your best cards are in the grave. That's it. You've got no Monster Reborns, no Call of the Haunted, no Special Summon Monsters. You really couldn't do anything. It really just screwed you up. And the opponent will be very happy because all their cards are in the graveyard. This card will generally be used right at the end of a duel, where the fact of the opponent's not got many stuff in the graveyard. They're just like, yeah, I'm going to go for game in a minute. I activate Exchange of the Spirit. Oh crap, I've only got a few cards in my grave. What happens now? And you see a lot of today's plays where the fact of things get banished and not many things do stay in the graveyard. So this card would be absolutely ridiculous coming back because the opponent would abuse this card so much. As I was talking about in a previous episode where Machiavel the Destructor, and I was talking about its effect, this card will be an addition to it because of what it does. I mean, a lot of these old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards do have a lot of kick-ass effects, but in today's game, things like Exchange of the Spirit is absolutely ridiculously overpowered. But I mean, the artwork's very impressive. I mean, I do like the artwork, and I did play this once or twice before it got banned. And all you have to really do is make sure you've got a bigger graveyard and your opponent basically doesn't have anything. It was constantly milling out your deck, and it worked really. But with this card still being on the ban list, it should stay there because it's just really too powerful, and it gives you an easy win. And a lot of the time you want a fair game at Yu-Gi-Oh! You do not want things like this to just change the game in a matter of minutes. Oh, I've got like 30 cards left in my deck and 15 in the graveyard. Oh, hold on a second, I've only got 15 cards and all my best cards are in the graveyard. Oh, I can't bring back cards from the graveyard because they're all in my deck. Now they're in the graveyard. What do I do now? So you've got really not much to do. You really have to seriously think about what you are going to be doing. So this card will stay on the ban list. In my opinion, it should stay on the ban list forever. But do you like this card? Have you ever gone against Exchange of the Spirit, and what was your reactions to when you went against it? Do you see this card coming off the ban list, or do you see this card never coming off the ban list? Please leave your comments below.